Hello and welcome everybody to Scotch and Smoke Rings. It's an extra special, wonderful, one-of-a-kind, and yet somehow consistent episode of this fine program. Good to have you all on the program today. Here's the deal. It's a crazy day. Crazy in all the best ways. Alan Wake 2 launches tomorrow, but because I'm on the Pacific Coast, it actually launches today for me. And I want to play it. But it doesn't launch until 9 o'clock. That's 2 hours after we start this fine program. So what to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have an hour Q&A like we always do in the program. Then Blizzard came in clutch with a sponsorship right at the last minute. They're sponsoring me to play a little bit of Diablo 4. There's a second season. It's all about vampires. It's going to be really cool. I'm going to play Diablo 4 for an hour. And once we complete the sponsorship, we'll end the broadcast, start a new broadcast, and play some Alan Wake 2. That's the plan for the evening, and I'm so glad to have you all here with me. Good to see all the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters, everyone who's been waiting very patiently. Mark from Sales, Base God Purge, Sean Fernango, Alt Grendel, Ludi Coden, and it's Alt Grendel with the first super chat of the day, Diablo 4. Yes, he says, thank you very much, Alt Grendel. My sentiments exactly. Mark from Sales says, why do demons and ghouls hang out together? Because demons are a ghoul's best friend. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Very nice. Thank you for that one, Mark from Sales. Julian Z says, good evening, Ox. So good to see you on the Scotch and Smoke Rings. Hope you're well. So excited for all that's planned tonight. Also, what a scary short. When did that happen? Right. That was a lot of fun. So that's one of my earlier videos. I published it during the Vault Tech Workshop DLC. And when you're exploring Vault 88, you discover a tunnel that leads up to some ruins right outside of University Point. And the ruins lead to a grocery store, or a ruined grocery store, and you can actually decorate it. And so I was scrapping all of the shelving and furniture and stuff when I found a crumbled closet. And inside the crumbled closet was a face. Yeah, and it's exactly what I showed off in the short. I did a much longer video of it, which is currently on my channel. But in the short, you saw pretty much all of it. I actually popped out the characters so I could take a closer look. And it turns out the eyeball is made from layered billiard balls. The white of the eyeball is a cue ball. And then they had a little red one as like this red dot. And they just layered them inside each other and then locked them in place to look like an eyeball with a sailor cap on top. And I thought it would be really funny if, a mannequin appeared out of nowhere. And so I used console commands to put that little trick in there. And it was great. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Aurora says, I read today that Tim Kaine said that China started the Great War in Fallout because the U.S. was making FEV. Thoughts? I mean, if Tim Kaine said it, that's it. I mean, he would know, right? Because it's his story. I'll have to double check it to see if I can find that exact same quote. But it does make sense to me that China would drop the bombs first. I've always thought that they were most likely responsible. However, I never connected their motive to FEV. And it seems like that would be a poor motive. Because if anything is going to actually release FEV into the atmosphere, it's going to be a nuclear Armageddon, which is essentially exactly what happened. It wasn't the US government working on FEV that created the super mutants. If what you're saying is true, then it's China that started the Great War, that destroyed the GLOW, the Mariposa military base, which released FEV into the atmosphere, leading to super mutants. So it seems like a strange motive for them to start a nuclear apocalypse, because it would just fulfill the very thing they're afraid of, which was supposed to be their motive for starting the nuclear apocalypse. Some circular reasoning there, if that is indeed the case. Vince M says, Evening Ox, currently farming the spooky Scorched event in Fallout 76 while watching the stream, trying to get the new event exclusive plans. Play on, sir. Thank you so much, Vince M. I hope you can get them. Sounds like a blast. Wade Speakerman gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Wade. And congratulations to Katie, Peter, Luciable, Smilin' Dreamer, and Diamond Lions. Awesome. Thank you so much. Chitinator says, Ox, did you see my apple pie shot on Twitter? It's really good and dangerous. What are you drinking tonight? I didn't. Do I have Twitter up here? Yeah, I do. Let's see if I can find your mention here. If it will load. And I don't quite see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it, Chininator. A pumpkin pie shot. Whipped cream on a pumpkin pie flavored alcoholic shot. That's definitely something right there. And it looks fancy. It definitely looks fancy. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm just drinking regular old Scotch on the rocks with a side of rum and Coke. Standards, but welcome. Oh, yay. My bot is actually working. I was afraid. Adrian Parker says, Hey, Ox, hope your day went well. Excited for the game. What are we smoking / drinking tonight? Cheers to you, good sir. I've got Glenfiddich Scotch. I've got Kraken rum with Coke. And I will stop drinking these when the sponsored segment begins. And I will resume drinking these when Alan Wake begins. And I'm smoking a brick. It's not a literal brick. I mean, it is literally a brick in that it is called brick, but it is not a literal brick. But literally, it's a brick. There we go. These are some of my new favorite cigars. They've got a nice, easy draw. Unlike these, I've been trying. No, not these. Where is it? I've got another one that I was trying to smoke earlier today, and it's just the draw was so hard that it just made for a sour, awful smoke. But these bricks are really nice. Again, I will stop smoking them in time for the sponsored broadcast and resume again when Alan Wake begins. Rachel says, the end of your stream a few days ago, the guy sneaking, then asking, how did you catch me? All I could picture was you on Ryujin's stealth quests. The only thing that would have been more accurate is if he was naked in his boxers. That would be me on a Ryujin stealth quest. Blue Thunder says, I hate mannequins. I don't trust them anymore. Well, then you're in luck. I have the shirt for you. It's called Why Is It Always Mannequins? You can find it for sale on the front page of my shop, linked in the description below. Jonathan H. says, hello from a very somber Maine, Ox. I'm fine here on Mount Desert Island, but most of my family lives in and around Lewiston. Thankfully, they're okay. Well, it's good to see you, Jonathan. Thanks for coming by. Know that your family is okay. He, of course, is referring to the mass shooting that happened yesterday in Maine. 20 people dead. Another AR-15, a mass murder. So awful news. I'm so glad that you're okay and that your family is as well. Hate to hear that this is happening yet again. Jonathan H. gifted 1 Oxhorn membership to the community. Thank you so much, Jonathan H. And congratulations to Rise Up Lights for snagging that membership. Vince M. gifted a membership to the community, and that was snagged by Jesse Quick. Thank you so much, Vince M. Congratulations, Jesse Quick. Zarteth says, what's a graham cracker with 5 sides? A pentagram. Cracker. Thank you, Zarteth. That was just delightful. So good. Machiel Cosmos, a member for 45 months and a Silver Ox, says, Hi Ox, I just saw your interview, The Next Level. Very nice and recommended to everyone. I'm also waiting for Alan Wake 2. Can't wait. I know. I've got the cool thing about the Epic Launcher is it actually gives me a countdown. So what's not available on Steam, I could only find it on the Epic Launcher, and I bought it, but I can't preload it. That's the bummer. So depending on how big it is, after the sponsored segment ends, we might have to wait a little bit for them to allow me to install it, but I will be able to download and install it in an hour and 48 minutes. Hour and 47 minutes. Isn't that great? It's got a countdown timer. That's a neat little feature. And I'm glad you enjoyed the interview. I thought it was a lot of fun. I need to get into more podcasts. Chininator says, sorry, the X post was supposed to say apple pie. Oh, was it an apple pie? I mean, it looks like a pumpkin pie. Oh, it also looks like an apple pie. Maybe it's apple cider. I think it's the nutmeg on top and the whipped cream that makes it look like a pumpkin pie. But then again, you have cinnamon and whipped cream on top of apple pies as well. So, well, as long as you are loving it, that's all that matters. Alt Grendel says, what do you mean? Or I'm sorry. He says, what do you call a mean cow? What do you call a mean cow? Moody. He's a mean cow. He's moody. Oh, that's a nice one, Alt Grendel. I don't believe I've heard that one before. Thank you so much. Rachel says, was it just me, or did the ECS Constant NPC dialogue seem happier with the indentured servitude option than with the grav drive? I'm now conflicted. It's so bizarre. It's one of the weird things about that quest, because if you choose the blow 'em up option or the indentured servitude option, all of your companions hate it. The only one your companions actually like is to get them the grav drive option. But if you do get them the grav drive, not only do they never actually settle on any planet, they perpetually jump from system to system, but all of the residents aboard the ship mumble and grumble at you as you walk by, with some security even saying that if they had their way, they would escort you off the ship at the point of their gun. Right? Here you are trying to do the best thing for everyone, and the best option just makes them all mad. Really annoying. Cheng Yang says, hi Ox, I see you're about to play Diablo 4. That's right. They've got a new season with brand new quests and bosses and abilities, and they were very kind enough to sponsor a segment of Diablo 4 gameplay in about, 45 minutes. Gaming Archives with a very generous super chat. Holy cow. Wow. Thank you very much, Gaming Archives. Says, story time. One night, Janet decided it was time for some home improvements. She headed to Lowe's looking for a new toilet. When she finds one, she attempts to sit on it, but falls in. She pulls herself out, hair poofed, and says in a demanding voice, I'm not having anything to do with that toilet. I'm going to have a peeled tomato. One night, improvement Lowe's toilet. Falls in, falls out, hair poofed. Says, I'm not having anything to do with the toilet. I'm going to have a peeled tomato. You know what, Gaming Archives? That was an extremely generous super chat. Thank you so much. I must confess, I'm very confused by your story. It's quite the story, Gaming Archives. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a joke or an anecdote or what, but it's certainly something, and it has a place here on the program. Thank you so much, Gaming Archives. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm going to get in some cigar smoking while I have an opportunity. Wade Speakerman says, Oxhorn, it's just a jab at your tomato phobia. Oh, is that what it is? But why the toilet? And why the hair poofed? Gaming Archives. And I need this translated for me. I understand that I have previously on camera said that I'm not fond of tomatoes, and so therefore that's fair game. I get it. But why is it, what does it have to do with toilets and Lowe's and home improvements and hair? And why is there was just a lot of detail, just a lot of very specific detail in this story that Gaming Archives shared, and I love the detail, but it confuses me a little bit. Josh Glover says, howdy Ox, PC build hit a wall. The Asus BIOS monster struck again. Lol, so might as well watch you play Diablo and see if it's for me. Here's hoping. Thank you, Josh Glover. I hope you enjoy the show. Yeah, BIOS things can always be a bit of a pain. It's wonderful when you finally get all of the hardware put together, but the real test is if you can get anything to boot. If you can load the BIOS and then get your Windows installation installed, and it's always hair-raising and a nail-biting experience. It's Stassi says, I just watched a program about beavers. It was the best damn documentary I've ever seen. See how that works best if you put the emphasis on damn, not on best. If you put it on best, it would be the best damn documentary as opposed to the best damn documentary. See, it says different things. It's all about how you read it. Intonation. Comes with practice. Really, I've been doing this a long time. Jesse Quick says, it's getting cold here in Wisconsin. It's getting cold here in Washington. Today was a really cold day. I had my window open all day while I was working on my lore video. I'm working on a short lore video for the weekend, and it's been so cold I had to bundle up in a coat in my office, in my house, in order to do my lore video. I mean, it's my own fault because I had to have the window open to smoke, but still, it was cold. Von Rex says, what's a mummy's favorite way to relax? Solving cryptograms. Because mummies are found in crypts. What genre of music does a mummy like the best? Rap. With a W. It's rap with a W. That's genre of music, mummies. Why is Christmas a mummy's favorite holiday? It's similar. He gets to do all the rapping. It's rapping. Mummies. Oh, I get it because it's close to Halloween, and so we got some spooky dad jokes here. I haven't heard those before. Those are delightful. Donald Moore, and this is Donald Moore's first super chat. Thank you so much, Donald Moore. Says, good evening, Ox. Hope all is well. Missed your streams this week due to work. Fun fact of the night, bananas actually contain low levels of radiation, and apple skin contains traces of cyanide. You know what? I believe I have heard those factoids before. Not enough radiation to ever actually hurt you or build up in your system. I believe you get more radiation simply by walking out on a sunny, hot day. But yeah, bananas have radiation in them and apples have cyanide. Gaming Archives says, Ox, all the Janet stories I tell you are true. Okay, so Gaming Archives is clarifying here. That wasn't a joke. It was an actual event that happened. Which makes it weirder. Just for the record, it makes it a little weirder. Ox, all the Janet stories I tell you are true. Remember the story about the peeled tomato with Dirty Dancing? I tell them because I find them to be funny. That is the best philosophy to have when it comes to telling jokes. Who cares about the audience? They're secondary to it. They are just ears to receive. You could plaster ears on a wall and be just as good. As long as the joke makes you laugh, that's all that matters. I think every great stand-up comedian has ignored the audience and paid only attention to his own sense of humor. Of course, successful stand-up comedians merge the two. They've got their own sense of humor that happens to mesh with their audience, but that's a good philosophy, Gaming Archives. I love it. Rachel says, how many subscribers before you swap the bowler for a neon dancer hat for a stream and flip some pancakes? Something I have never promised to do. This is all in your imagination, Rachel. This is not something I have ever gone on camera and said that I would do. I mean, I do love flipping pancakes, and I probably would enjoy wearing the hat, but I can't do it on camera. The internet is forever, and you have to be very careful what you do in front of a camera. Like flip pancakes and wear crazy hats. No. It'll haunt you. Greg Williams says, did I ever tell you it takes guts to be an organ donor? So far, so good. All right. As long as you say that a skeleton is spineless or something, as long as you don't say that, I'll be okay. Also, in Vault 112, I had to go back and watch you do the music puzzle to figure it out, lol. I'm trying to remember. I've made so many videos, and there have been so many vaults. Was that the one with the violin? 112. I don't remember. It's been so long. I'll have to look it up again later. Mark from Sales says, hopefully the Fallout show goes well. What game-based show/movie would you want to see next? Wouldn't it be great if there was a Red Dead series? Like on Netflix or HBO or something like that? I'd watch it. I think that'd be great. Of course, part of me would worry about it because they almost always ruin those shows. The stories when they translate a game to a show. But if it turned out good, it would be amazing. Wade Speakerman says, joke change. What's a mummy's favorite music genre? Ragtime. So we've got rap and ragtime. Just not death metal? No? Well, the others are both great. King Onyx says you can find the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Starfield. It's unmarked since it's considered cut content, but you can find it, and its snow globe. Can send the location to find it on Twitter if you'd like. Oddly enough, I actually was doing research on this myself in preparation for my video on Earth, and I found it. I'll show it off on stream, but I wanted to get the footage so that I could work on my lore video. It won't be this weekend, but I'm still working on it. And yeah, it's not found in any book that you can find throughout the universe, but it is still on Earth, and you can find its location either by landing exactly on it, which is very difficult, or using console commands to teleport there. Hear that? It's the sound of magic. Oh. Keith Michael says, why won't monsters eat ghosts? Because they always taste like sheet. Sheet. Like a bed sheet. Yeah. Ghosts. They taste like sheet. I'm loving these Halloween-inspired jokes. They're great. Let's get more. More. Those are wonderful. I like it. Miss Cordelia Chesterfield says, in the last Starfield stream, you missed the fun drawings on the walls in Pilgrim's Shack. It totally adds to the story. Really? Really? In the Pilgrim's Shack? I didn't realize there were drawings on the walls. All right, well, when we do another Starfield stream, someone remind me so I can go back and check those out. Also, we're probably going to be finishing the primary plot of Starfield soon. And my strategy afterwards is to, find random locations, because I'm sure there are a bunch of them with wonderful stories that need to be exhausted so that we can get the full story of Starfield. But it'll be at that point that I'll be taking notes. So if you have any locations or planets that I need to go to, let me know as we start to wind down on the primary plot so I can go there. Rachel says, I'm seeing more and more Starfield props on Etsy. Don't tempt me, Rachel, because I don't have room in this office for any more. I've already got plenty of Fallout props. There is no space in my life for Starfield props as well. So don't tempt me. I'm not looking them up. Definitely don't link me to any on Twitter or something, because that would be bad for me and my soul. Singeferno says, why don't vampires grow from their experiences? Because they can't reflect. I like it. That's a big thumbs up. I like it. Grant Bellow says, have you gotten through all of the faction quest lines in Starfield? I'm so far behind on the vids. I have. I've done Ryujin, Freestar Collective, United Colonies, and the Crimson Fleet. I've done them all, and they were great, all in their own ways. Cheng Yang says, hey Ox, were you disappointed Centaur and Floater are removed from Fallout 4? And what was your first experience of a Centaur? I wasn't really disappointed by it. I never liked them, to be perfectly honest. My first experience of the Centaur was, of course, by playing one of the earlier Fallouts. I think it was Fallout 1. And you start to come upon them as you get closer to the Mariposa military base. It let me know that super mutants were near. So the fear of the Centaur was not that they were difficult, it's that you were in the area of the map where the super mutants could spawn, and they were difficult. Now, it makes sense for Centaur to appear in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, because the lore of that is that super mutants and crazy creatures weren't created intentionally until the Master came, but so the Master was intentionally creating super mutants, but other irradiated creatures were created because they stumbled into the Mariposa military base. That's what happened to Harold. He had a strange, unique mutation reaction to it, but all of the animals that are mixed with human body parts that create the Centaur, that's just from, wasteland creatures stumbling upon vats of FEV and falling inside. And it doesn't make sense from a lore perspective for them to appear in Fallout 4, since we know where where super mutants come from, and they come from the Institute. There aren't just big vats of FEV sitting out in the Commonwealth that wasteland creatures can fall into and then mutate into floaters and Centaur. Instead, the super mutants were purposefully created by the Institute, and they had much greater control over it. None of it was an accident. So it makes sense from a lore perspective that we wouldn't have Centaurs and floaters in the Commonwealth. Vibe with Rye says, how do ghosts drink their coffee? With Scream and sugar. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you for that one. Vibe with Rye. Scotty P says, what does Tickle Me Elmo get just before he leaves the factory? 2 test tickles. I don't think that would sell well in a kid's toy store. That's not the kind of toy store it would appear in, I don't think. I mean, there's a market for that kind of thing. Don't get me wrong. There are people that want exactly what you're describing. But it doesn't have mainstream appeal. Fet Main the Third says, why don't mummies take vacations? They're afraid to relax and unwind. They're afraid that that's why they don't take vacations. They might unwind. Wonderful. Jonathan H. says, on a more positive note about Maine, tourist season is pretty much over, so us islanders can enjoy our island without all them pesky mainlanders. You sound like someone on Titan. Maybe you should convince somebody to wear a monster costume and run around your island so that they can scare away tourists. Because that plot would totally work in the Starfields universe. Paladin Dance's girlfriend with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much. Paladin Dance's girlfriend. Strip of Flesh says, no. That's... I can't read that, Strip of Flesh. It's an extremely kind super chat. Very nice, but that's a really crass joke. It's not something I've ever said, and I'm certainly not going to say it live on camera right now. But thank you for the thought. Thank you for trying to get me in trouble on the internet. Strip of Flesh. The Reverend Coyote says, hey kids, you're sharing a bedroom. Daddy needs more props. That's right. I would put both of my kids in one room so I could take one of the rooms and turn it into a prop room. Keith Michael says, why can't ghosts have kids? Why can't ghosts have kids? Because they have Halloweenies. Halloweenies. Oh, you're all so creative tonight. Jess, you're on fire. This is great. I mean, we've got test tickles and Halloweenies. What other direction can this go? It's always you guys too. I'm trying to have a nice clean stream, and you always just veer it off road. You just take it and you just make it go off road a little bit. Halloweenies? Really? Oh. Rachel says, time to switch up the companion outfits. Sam should get the dancer outfit, and Andresia should get the monster suit. Also, Adoring Fan should come back. Yeah, it's been a while. Well, you guys missed the Adoring Fan? I think I missed the Adoring Fan, too. Maybe we should go get the Adoring Fan back. Here's another joke about tickles, because that's what we want. We want more jokes about tickles. Wade Speakerman says, how many tickles does it take to make the Kraken laugh? tentacles. 10 tickles. But also Kraken tentacles. So it's like play on words. Get it? That's good. Thank you, Wade Speakerman. Vince M says, hey Ox, what's your favorite weapon in Fallout 76? I'm boring. I like the shotgun. I like the combat shotgun. I like the Gauss rifle. I did not like the Gauss shotgun. I ground for that. I ground and ground and ground. And I finally got it, and then I hated it. I hated it, and I had wasted all that time grinding for it. I just like the Gauss rifle. I like the lever action rifle as well. The lever action rifle is really nice. Pleased to meet you says, what do you call a house with no foundation? I don't know. I pre-ordered this joke and won't get the punchline until next year. Nice. Okay. Well, on its own, that's slightly humorous. Pleased to meet you. I think the corner of my mouth almost twitched a bit. Let's see. Can we finish this joke? What do you call a house with no foundation? Basementless. Lonely for cement. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. What do you call a house with no foundation? Marine98 says, hello, Ox in chat. Have you gotten the Heller cutter from the starting location in Starfield? There's also that NASA cup at the mine, too. You know what? I never went back. I think I went back once to go get Barrett. But aside from that, I haven't gone back. I need to. Keith Michaels says, why didn't the vampire bite Taylor Swift? Because she had bad blood. Oh. Problems. Because, you know, we got bad blood. Hey. I think I've heard that before. Okay. Thank you, Keith Michael. Marine98 says, Ox, the NASA Cup was the one that I was talking about being the only one in the game. I see. Okay. Well, I'll have to go get it and do some settlement building. Singeferno says, confirmed. Ox is a Swiftie. He'll blame it on his kids. Look, it's not my fault. It's the kids. They listen to... we got Pandora, right? And then there's this Kids Bop Pandora station, and it just plays all of these hits over and over again. And, you know, Taylor Swift is in there a lot. Not that I mind Taylor Swift. I've got nothing against Taylor Swift's music. You know, I wouldn't listen to it for pleasure, but I don't mind it existing in the universe at all. There's no hatred from me on, like, this. I think Swifties are great. It's just... you know, so I am accustomed to having heard it. I have heard those words before with these ears, and I am vaguely familiar with the tune. That should not come as a shock to all of you. I am cultured. Thank you. When it comes to the hot pop music, man, I'm keen. Can dig it. Scotty P says, what's a vampire's favorite fruit? Nectarines. A vampire's favorite fruit. Nectarines. All right. That one works really well if you read it or speak it slowly. Adam M says, no cap? Yeah, no cap. What's the other one I learned? Skibbity toilet. Skibbity toilet. Is that how it goes? Something like that. Oh. Richard Stevenson says, why did the vampire fail art? He only knew how to draw blood. That's true. You'd have to know how to draw many things besides just blood. So that's a good reason to fail. Donald Moore says, adequate scatting, Ox. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't really know the skibbity thing was scat. I thought, I'm old school when it comes to scat. I'm the scat man. You know that song? That's a good scat song. Of course, I couldn't do it if you asked me to. Bleed up, bum. That's about as good as I can do. I'm not saying that I can do it. I'm just saying that I have taste, and I am familiar with world culture. Cheng Yang says, if the Institute are still alive and appear in Fallout 5 or 6, let's hope they do something good and help humanity instead of killing innocent people. Yeah, I agree. Though I don't know how they could possibly survive if the sole survivor took them out. I think the only way that they could survive is if the sole survivors sided with the Institute at the end of the game, which has its own problems. Vince M says, gotta say, Ox, the Q&A is my favorite part of your streams. It's like a box of random assorted chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Cheers. I've got a love-hate relationship with boxes of assorted chocolates because on one hand, it's chocolate, and chocolate is almost always good. But a box of chocolates is proof that you can ruin chocolate, which should not be able to be ruined. How do you ruin chocolate? You put fruit in it. Why? It's chocolate. It's good the way it is. A little salt, some caramel and nougat, sure. But cherries? No. So, life is like a box of chocolates. It makes a lot of sense. You also not only never know what you're going to get, but sometimes you get a crappy one. And it's full of fruit and it's gross. Ludi Coden says, here's a no-effort joke for you. Did you hear about the earthquake that happened on Halloween? There was candy everywhere. I mean, yeah, okay. I can see it. That's got a good visual. Yeah. Pleased to meet you says, can I get a smoked submarine? Can do me a favor and do a smoked submarine for me? A nuclear sub with missiles and sonar. The full kit and caboodle with all the bells and whistles. All right, so we've got a submarine with radar and missiles. No, sonar. Sorry. Under the water, right? Sonar and missiles, kits, caboodles, bells, and whistles. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Wow! I hope you didn't blink, because if you did, you missed it. But there before your very eyes was something you see very few times in your life. It was an actual smoke ship, in this case, a submarine, and it was under the water using sonar, not radar. It had missiles and kits and caboodles and bells and whistles. All of it on the thing, in the submarine, underwater, making the ping, ping. That's right, I blew smoke that created sound. It's one of those rare talents that I have. By looking at the smoke ship, you actually heard the pinging of the submarine. I would write a book about how to do it if I could, but it's one of those innate sort of instinctual things that some people have that others don't, and that's nature. I'm sorry, nature is sometimes brutal. Retro Wave says, I can't wait for you to bring back the adoring fan to accidentally crush him with a door. That would be fun. He would deserve it, wouldn't he? Ghost88 says, I saw it. There you go. I knew it. I knew you would see it. I'm sure everyone saw it, but I'm glad you're able to say that you saw it. Jesse Wills says, Ox, do you have any plans for Alan Wake 2? Yeah, we're going to finish the Q&A here up in a little bit. We're going to play some Diablo 4 until Alan Wake launches at around 9 o'clock, in which case we'll change gears a little bit and play some Alan Wake 2. Strip of Flesh says, what's the most profitable franchise in the world? Star Wars, I guess. Star Wars or Harry Potter? Probably Star Wars. It's been around much longer. Anarchist says, I'll be Nike, you be McDonald's. I'll just do it, and you'll be loving it. Love you, Ox. I'll be Nike. You'll be McDonald's. I don't know what that has to do with Roman gods and goddesses. McDonald's. I'm not sure. I gotta think on that one. Anarchist. I gotta ponder. Pondering. Ludicoden says, how are the cacti? The Comcast guy keeping them well watered? Well, he does his best. But wait, no. There's no Comcast guy in the closet. I did not kidnap a Comcast employee. I'm just telling you that because there seems to be a misunderstanding in the chat. That never happened. He's totally okay and not living out of my closet, making sure I have a stable internet connection. That never happened. Just have to make that clear now. As for the cacti, I still have some. A few died off. But the important ones are still there. All the ones that I care about are still there. All right, a few more minutes and then we dive back into Diablo 4. Scottish Randomizer says, why did the orange stop halfway up the hill? He ran out of juice. I like it. That's great. Wonderful. An orange juice joke. Ryan McWilliams says, my wife got so tired of my Lord of the Rings props and baseball cards that I built a room in my basement. She calls it my nerd lair. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm glad you have your nerd lair. Every person should have a nerd lair of their own. This is my nerd lair, but even it is full of nerdy things. I have too many nerdy things on these shelves that I have no more room for other nerdy things. So when it comes to Starfield props, I sadly can't get any. It's Fallout. It's all Fallout. I don't have any room for Starfield props. Blue Thunder says, speaking of Alan Wake 2, is it gonna be on Steam? Also, I'm eager to play that on the PC. I don't know if it will ever get to Steam, but I do know that at the moment it's only available on the Epic Games Store. It's currently not available for preload, so once 9 o'clock rolls around, we're gonna have to wait for it to download and install. Thankfully, I have a really good connection. The Comcast guy in the closet's been working the Comcast guy, who is totally not in my closet, has been working really hard to make sure that the connection is stable, and we've been having a pretty good luck for the past several weeks. Nick says, so what was causing the bad internet connection during those dark times? I don't know. The Comcast guy has given me lots of different stories. At one point, he said that there were radio signals that were actually leaking into the internet connection. I mean, part of me thinks that he was just messing with me and telling me some strange story, but that there was interference there, and it's a different story depending on who I talk to. But we really don't know what was going on. Strip of Flesh says, advice to overcome laziness and find your calling. My only advice would be that don't wait to get over your laziness after you find your calling. That is to say, don't wait until you discover what your calling is to not be lazy. Before you can ever discover what your calling is, you have to already fix the laziness thing. Lazy people rarely discover their quote-unquote calling. Not that I think anyone is called to do anything, but rather there are some things that more greatly resonate with people than with others. I know in my life there have been lots of jobs I've had over my years, and some I loved and some I didn't. But all of them had one thing in common, and that was that I would not have lasted long at either of them or any of them if I was lazy. So if you haven't discovered your calling yet, if you haven't found your niche, if you haven't found the thing you're good at, the thing that you love, start by fixing the laziness issue. Work hard at something that you're not interested in, at something that is meaningless to you, that is mundane and boring. If you can excel at it, then perhaps you will find opportunities later that will show you what your calling should be. Now, as for curing laziness, it's one of those things where we've all been lazy in our lives from time to time. Sometimes we kick our laziness, and sometimes we go back to it. Sometimes we go through periods of industrialness and laziness, and industrialness and laziness. And very few of us, I think, are always, at a steady level of industrialness. And I also think very few of us are always lazy. I doubt that's the case. In my life, it was something I had to figure out on my own. It had to click. And I know that sucks. It sucks to hear that, right? You're lazy, you're feeling lazy right now? Well, I've got no advice for you. Just wait around until you decide to not be lazy anymore. That doesn't sound really good. But it was one of those things where, I've had people tell me all my life about working hard, and thankfully I've always had a pretty good work ethic, even if whatever I was working on I was not really passionate about. But whenever I get into a trough of laziness, there's not one thing that ever gets me out of it. maybe you just gotta go through that moment in your life until you finally just get out of it on your own. So I wish I had the answer for you. I know there are probably plenty of self-help gurus out there on YouTube and TikTok that are going to be like, here are the 5 keys to defeating laziness. Number 1, don't drink alcohol. Number 2, go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. Number 3, kick salt from your diet. Whatever. No, I don't think any of that has anything to do with it. It's psychological. Sometimes you just get in these moods where you just feel like doing nothing and you get lazy and there's nothing that can get you out of it. No one person can get you out of it. No philosophy can get you out of it. No thumping on the head can get you out of it. You just eventually get out of it. At least that's the way it is for me, and I don't know what the advice would be other than the knowledge that you will eventually get out of it. Wandering Paladin says, hey Oxhorn, have fun in Diablo 4. I'll be playing Return to Moria. I'm told it's like Valheim meets Lord of the Rings. Ooh, sounds interesting. I look forward to checking it out because those are both things I love, Valheim and Lord of the Rings. Marine98 says, Ox, you should wear your watch when you play Starfield. Sport that thing. Perhaps I should. Maybe I'll find it in my storage here. Kennock82 says, Ox, Epic Games funded Alan Wake 2. The Epic Store GM said Alan Wake 2 will be exclusive to the Epic Games Store for a long time. Didn't say forever. I see. That makes perfect sense. Nick says, why did the skeleton skip the Halloween candy? He didn't have the stomach for it. See, that works. That's a skeleton joke that works. Because skeletons don't have stomachs. I like it. Last minute corny joke. Enjoy Diablo and Alan Wake. Thank you so much, Nick. Anarchist says, what's a mummy covered... what do you call a mummy covered in cocoa and nuts? Ferrero Rocher. Like an almond roca? Almond roca? Ferrero Rocher? Ferrero Rocher? Something like that, but wonderful. Love it. All right, I need to get ready for the Diablo stream. Let me wind down the music and fire up the game, and we'll get going. All right, the sponsored broadcast will begin in just a minute. Jonathan H. says, hey Ox, can you settle an argument for me? My wife says I'm a nerd because my Galaxy Watch background is the Pip-Boy screen. I told her I'm cultured. Yes, tell your wife that you're cultured because you are. There's what? He is. He's cultured. A Pip-Boy background for your Galaxy Watch? I mean, that's just brilliant. Blue Thunder says, time to enter the Devil Realm, Ox. Thank you, Blue Thunder. All right, it's 8 o'clock. It's time to dive back into Diablo 4. Now, there are lots of cool new things that we're going to be going over. First and foremost, there's a free trial going on between October 26th and October 30th. There is a Battle.net free trial for PC players. You can play up to level 20 for free during this free trial time. And a cool new thing about this is you can completely skip the campaign if you want, or play the campaign and jump right into Season 2. which incidentally is what we're going to be doing today. So this is Ashton, my brother's character, when he played it at my house the other day. This is Beefhorn the Barbarian, good old Beefhorn, but what we're going to be doing today is creating a new character. I'm going to play a Necromancer because I haven't played the Necromancer before. I'm going to grab this guy, let's pick a face and finalize. And here's where we go. We can skip campaign because we want to do this. Season 2, the Season of Blood. And as far as I know, we can't actually do any of this with our existing character. We do have to create a brand new character and click skip the campaign to gain access to Season 2. Although I don't think we have to skip it. We could play through the entire campaign again, but only with a seasonal character can we access the Season 2 campaign. So let's create this character. He's a Necromancer, so I'll call him Necrohorn. And let's start the game. Alright, so here's where we choose the realm. Eternal, that's where Beefhorn is, or the seasonal realm. New content after this, the campaign completes. Let's continue. We'll just go adventurer for now. We learned the veteran was a little tricky for us when we went through Beefhorn.
It started small. Nameless people that no one would miss. Dead. Discarded. Their throats torn open. The church ignored the killings. Even as fear mounted like the bodies. The desperate and the brave fought to end the corruption. But they were too late. It changed them.
Oh, God.
Killed them. Brought them back, hungry. I have fought this plague a long time. We need something different. A survivor, with all of their strengths and none of our weaknesses. Someone unexpected.
Are they gonna kill each one?
And they'll never see you coming.
No, they don't show killing the kid. No, they wouldn't do that, would they? They never show killing the kid. Okay, here we are in Ked Bardu. Good to be back. World tier, blood money. Read the notice from the magistrate. First of all, hold on a second. I should probably assign some points. I've got 3 perk points available. Reap. And that looks fun. And then Bone Splinters. That looks fun too. And then we just unlocked this one. Let's put 1 point into Sever. Cool. Alright, there's the board. Urgent. Immediate help required for generous pay. Any who can fight, visit Magistrate Oren at the office in the Street of Jackals. Adam gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate it. Alright, so looks like the Street of Jackals is going to be over here. There's the Magistrate's office.
Our savior arrives. The missing need fear no longer.
Oh. Okay, we had to run over there. What do you do here?
Why, I'm merely a humble servant to the merchants of this town. Their safety at home, as well as on their journeys, is my sole concern. So, you can imagine why this situation must be rectified as soon as possible.
Well, tell me about it. People have gone missing?
More and more each day. And my people fear leaving these gates at all. Ah, but you've come. This must be little more than child's play for a hero such as you.
Don't worry. I'll look into it.
Amazing. Oh, my merchants will rejoice. I can show you where the last caravan went missing. Bring the abducted home and, well, you'll need only name the reward.
Okay, so we've got to go bring some abducted home. But if this is a vampire story, how do we know they haven't been bitten? Okay, let's take a look at the map. We need to go over here. So let's tag it there. And this will give us an opportunity to test out our necromancer. Remember, in my main playthrough of the game, I played the barbarian. So this is my first time toying with the necromancer. I always wanted to try the necromancer, but I remember when I was creating my character, the chat was saying, hey, do something besides necromancer. Everybody's played the necromancer. So I played the barbarian, and turns out that he came nerfed. They had to release some patches to beef up the barbarian a bit. Oh, okay, so let's try. Oh, cool. There we go. Oh, yeah. Come, my skeletons. Yes, that's what I wanted. My skeleton army. Okay, finally I have some skeletons. Oh, I love that. That's tight. Whoa! Level already. And then looks like my cap is 4 skeletons. I wonder if I can get more. I just leveled up. Let's go down to the next tree. And I put one into this. Do I have to put this? A specter of me charges forward. Okay, I wonder if I have to. Yeah, I gotta replace it there. Alright, so I shouldn't have spent that point there. My bad. Oh well. Let's beef this up a bit, because we gotta put one more point into that. Okay. Oh, that's cool! Man, I kind of wish I had done my main playthrough.
They lack the required essence.
That's so great. Fishky says, hello, Ox and chat. Long time no see. I'm on the final big mission of Starfield, 130 hours. Wow. Can't wait to finally come to your next Starfield stream. Thank you, Fishky. I can't wait to do my next Starfield stream either. I'm thinking of streaming Starfield tomorrow, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's much better than the bones. Oh, Loot Goblin! Loot Goblin! Get the Loot Goblin!
I'm out of essence.
Oh, I'm gonna miss the Treasure Goblin! Oh, come on. Die, Treasure Goblin! Yeah, look at that. I got all the treasure. Okay, well, we've got some new gear. Let's see. 12. Sure. That's better. Plus 18. Plus 22. Wow, I got a lot of... Oh, wait, no, that's arms. All right, that's plus 18. Plus 18. Grants packs. Oh, packs granted 1. Cool. Man, the Necromancer has all the cool skills.
I'm not ready yet.
Alright, this is where the marker ends. Let's see what we can find. Oh, are these the missing people? Okay, well, we can't talk to them. Ooh, what is this? Ah!
This is it. I need more essence.
Yikes. Okay, don't wander too far north, I think. Oh, here's where we are. A wayside cave. Oh, slain villager.
I'm too late.
Crap. Well, that's just one. Maybe we can find the others. Oh, no! Class feature unlocked, Book of the Dead. Oh, summoning. Level up to unlock more minion types and abilities. Book of the Dead. Skeletal warriors. Skeletal mages unlocks at level 15. Oh, cool. Either select an upgrade or sacrifice your summon. You can raise one additional skirmisher warrior. Each time you critically strike, your skirmisher's warrior's next attack critically strikes and deals 50% bonus critical strike damage. Can only happen every 3 seconds, or your critical strike chance is increased by 5%, but you can no longer raise skeletal warriors. I mean, part of the fun is having skeletal warriors, and I think more the merrier. There we go. All right, I've got 3 points. Let me spend them really quick. Actually, hold on. Let me... Oh, I lost all my skeletons because there's no bodies here. Wait, here we go. Cool. All right, we got a book on the ground. Carved inscription. Eternity, ferocity, divinity. These are the powers of your stolen birthright, dwindling in the blood of humanity. Claim the blood. Reclaim your birthright. It sounds like somebody's talking to a vampire. There's the slain villagers. Is that the vampire in the opulent coffin? Oh,
One bite. And now you are mine.
What was that?
Oh no! Did I just get bitten? Quest complete, blood money. He said one bite and now you're mine. And now you're mine. I think I just got bit. Jonathan says, well, I gotta go to bed. Have a good one, Ox. Keep all of us Maine in your prayers. Have a good night, everyone. Will do, Jonathan. Hope that everybody gets through this well. Thank you so much, John. All right, so now we've got 3 points. I think I want to put some into this. And now I can move on over here. Blood Mist. Disperse into a bloody mist, becoming immune for 3 seconds. Cool. Thorns. Increase damage and life of your skeletal warriors. Yeah, I gotta do that. Okay, well, if I'm bitten now, I gotta find a cure to vampirism or something. Let's go back to town, because that's what the quest says. Speak with the magistrate in Ked Bardu. Let's pop up on the map and fast travel. Okay, back into the magistrate's office. Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Left an ambush, did he?
Oh!
You! Lend me a hand. Another of the magistrate's victims? You certainly fit the profile he preys upon.
Wait, one of his victims? Did the magistrate send all those people to their death? What's happening here?
Came looking for the magistrate too. These vampiric cult members conceal themselves in more places than you'd imagine. Have a look yourself. You'll see what I mean.
The magistrate was part of the vampire cult. Crumpled note. 2 barbarians, 1 druid, and a dabbling sorcerer. Not nearly enough. Master needs more to join his bloodseekers. Far more. Oh, no. Blood-filled well. The blood is human. Dozens of victims. Somehow it's still warm. And then we've got a crude journal. I've been summoned to the Tomb of Hallows. Master must be pleased with the wanderer I sent. Had a good feeling about that one. Okay, so that's why he's not here. He got summoned, but I doubt he's being summoned to be praised. Perhaps he will be the next victim.
Find something. Let me see.
Do we know where to find the magistrate?
I do. And with these notes you found, I can... That's a bite mark. You're changing, aren't you? No, from the depth of that wound you should have already. Damn, I don't have the time to spend on this. I need to go after the magistrate, and you're gonna have to come along.
Okay, equip a vampiric power. Ah, so we've got a new tab over here. Vampiric powers. Undying. Place into the sanguine circle. Casting skills heal you for 1.5% of your life. Double this bonus while below 50%. Okay, quest complete, the hunter's chase. And I got some stuff in my inventory Forgotten Hero's Helm. Packs granted 2. +4 to all stats. 1 basic skill activation speed. 1% cooldown. Packs updated. Go to the Sanguine Circle. Okay. Potent Blood. Potent Blood. Alright, I've got 60 Potent Blood. I've got 95 Potent Blood. So I spend blood to unlock new skills, I guess. So let's take a look. Domination. You deal 12% increased damage to creatures who are stunned. Let's see, what are these? Prey on the weak. You deal 8% increased damage to vulnerable. Up to 20% chance to increase your attack speed by 20% of your total movement speed for 6 seconds. Hold on, let's spend. You will not be able to cancel or re-roll your vampiric power choices once you have paid the cost, okay? Oh, it's a dice roll. Rampart. After not moving for 3 seconds, you gain a barrier for 20% of your maximum life for 6 seconds. The effect can occur once every 20 seconds. Infection. Hitting enemies with direct damage infects them with pox. Inflicting pox 8 times on an enemy expunges their infection, dealing 8 to 10 poison damage. Or bathe in blood. While channeling a skill, you form a pool of blood beneath you. While channeling a skill in a pool, your channeled skills deal 20% increased damage and you gain 30% damage reduction. Alright, so I don't really channel skills. And I don't really hit enemies with direct damage. I've got magic and zombies and stuff. This one looks good. So let's allocate XP. Vampiric power upgraded. Close. And that unlocked this. So now I can allocate it. Here. Okay. Pact of Ferocity, Pact of Divinity, Pact of Eternity. Alright, so is it active? Insufficient pacts to activate. Oh. Oh, I see. This requires 1 Pact of Eternity. This requires 1 Pact of Eternity and 1 Pact of Divinity. Oh, okay. So I need to get a Pact of Divinity somehow in order to make use of this. So I've got 2 Pacts of Ferocity. Let's see if I can find one that requires a Pact of Ferocity. I didn't realize that. I should have looked at that. Well, let's try spending 25 more. Oh, it doesn't tell us. It doesn't tell us what packs we need. Okay, Feed the Coven. Conjuration, Companion, Minion, and Bat Familiar have up to a 30% chance to restore 10 primary resource to you and increase your damage by 10%. Okay, is that going to work for my skeletons? Flowing Veins, you deal 30% increased damage over time to enemies that are moving or affected by Vampiric Curse, and Bathe in Blood, we saw that one already. Well, I do have minions, so I believe this is probably going to be the best for me. Oh, it requires one of those. But wait, if I move that off, I could do... Yeah, that's active. Cool. Awesome. Well, in order to use this one that I unlocked, I need 1 Pact of Eternity and 1 Pact of Divinity. Alright. We need to head outside. Summons of the Deathless. Meet Eris at the Tomb of the Hallows. Alright, where is she gonna be? Here. PvP. PvP. What's this? Okay, those are PvP challenges. We're not doing PvP challenges right now. But we can't fast travel there, so let's run.
I need more time.
This will give me a chance to earn more ability points, so I can continue to level up my necromancer. But I wonder if it'll simultaneously level up my vampiric skills. I'm assuming that I get the marks of divinity and all of that, the Pact of Divinity, the Pact of Eternity. I'm assuming I get the pacts by doing quests. Or no, it comes from gear, doesn't it? Oh, that's it. This comes with 2 packs. You see that skull in the middle there? That's the Pact of Eternity. Oh. So I need to get more vampiric gear in order to get more packs.
More essence.
Okay. What? Since when did they put spiders in chests? I don't remember that from playing earlier.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, don't want to miss a chest. Oh, man. I think I just got a buckler. Yeah. It's going to be better. 11, 19. It's a wand. It's way better. Level 6. We are just getting so many levels here. I'm going to continue to buff up my minions, because that's the point of a necromancer. Oh, this is going to put us right through an event, won't it? Yep. Okay. 1 minute and 27 seconds. Through it. So far, marvelous. Gotta get those archers first. Ooh, who's this? Ooh, Zerdu Cold Claw. 47 seconds. There we go. Waves of darkness complete. Ooh, we're getting all sorts of good stuff here. Let's see. Can't use the Rumbling Wind Arbalest. That's a bummer. But, hey, this grants us an additional pact. Yes. That grants us the Skull Pact, which was called the Pact of Eternity. But we still need one more Pact of Divinity in order to use the other thing that we unlocked. And sadly, it doesn't look like any of our weapons are giving us any packs. Alright, so packs do packs only come... Oh, wait a minute. The heavy boots gives us a pact. Oh. Okay, so now we have to pay attention to the packs that we've got. Well, great. Now that if that had a pact of... So I could... Yeah! And now they're all three active. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. Okay, so because I removed the other boots, I lost a pack of ferocity, but I don't have any abilities that require a pact of ferocity. So I can buy as many as I want, but I can only have 5 active at a time, it looks like. Let's spend more points, see what we can get. Call Me Familiar, casting a mastery, weapon mastery, macabre, wrath, or imbuement skill calls a bat familiar to attack nearby enemies. Alright, macabre, I guess is something I would do. Infection, we read that. Flowing veins. Alright, I guess this is it. Casting a certain skill. A macabre skill. I guess I'll do Call Familiar. Alright, Call Familiar requires 3 pacts of ferocity and 3 pacts of divinity. Oh dear. Alright, I've really got to get some better gear so I can use these packs. So we put it there and it's still darkened. It's not lit up because we don't have the right gear on. Alright, well, let's continue to buff up our skeleton guys. Alright, how close are we? We're about halfway there. Whoa, what was that? Oh, no! Bone shields always popping up. Oh, that was really tricky on my barbarian, but my little bone guys really plowed through them really quickly.
What is this?
Save tentative. Okay, I think I just looted a quest item. Tier 1 reward ready to claim. What's this? Oh, a famished thoroughbred. Nope. Okay, well, I'm not sure why it said that.
It is done.
Sealed penitence cache. Alright. Let's see what I get from that. Grants items on use. Let's open it. Ooh, we got murmuring ore balls. Okay. Alright, this grants us 100 item power. That's 10 greater than what we had. By not using that... Ooh, this is better. I like how each of the armor pieces has the icon of the pact that's currently activated. This has one pact of divinity, and it's got the little Holy Grail icon beneath it. It helps us really quickly identify the ones that we have. Alright, so I'm not using a shield, but I don't think I need one because my guys are just so beefy.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, I couldn't even get to him in time. My skeletons were tearing him up.
I need more time.
Oh, I almost forgot the chest. Don't want to do that. Then it defeats the purpose. Always almost get me. Alright, I think I left some loot down here. Common bow, short sword. Sword is worse, can't use the bow. Alright, these pants are better. Hey, yes, and it grants me one more pact, but I think it's the wrong one. Yeah, that granted me another pact of ferocity. I need one more pact of ferocity and 3 more pacts of divinity in order to gain access to Call Familiar. I hope I get them before the broadcast ends, because it looks like a fun skill. Alright, we're almost at the quest destination. Ooh. Unlock new skeletal warriors type, Defenders. Okay. Book of the Dead. Increase the amount of thorns that Defender warriors inherit from you, or from 30 to 50%. Every 6 seconds, your skeletal defenders negate the next instance of direct damage they would take, where you gain 20% resistance to all elements, but you can no longer raise skeletal warriors. Man, why would I ever want to do that one? I like raising skeletal warriors. I don't want to sacrifice them. That's the coolest thing about the Necromancer. Alright, so it's negate damage on the next... every 6 seconds on the skeletons or thorns. Now this requires that I've actually invested in thorns. But I can still do that, so maybe I should. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I can't... Do I need to get rid of this one? I guess I can't upgrade to it just yet. But now that I know what I want, let's go ahead and get thorns. If I can remember where it was. Spiked armor, bone prison. Unearth a prison of bone with 27 life that surrounds the target. No, that's not the same. Well, I guess I can't find it just yet. So this is going to heal me. Ooh, corpse explosion. That looks cool. Alright. Mr. Letter C, Letter P says, Hi Oxhorn, one question for you. Do you live in England or America? I live in America. I've never been to England, but I'd love to visit someday. So it's like a big bomb. Yeah. But it only works if I've got a corpse laying about that I can explode. So I think I could just point at that and go, yeah. Chest. Alright, let's see. Worse. Can't use. Alright, looks like I don't have to have a dead body there in order to use corpse explosion. Skinner completed. Oh, who's yelling at me? That's very effective. Alright, I had lost a couple of my minions there. I'm gonna have to pay careful attention to that. And that heals them on up. There she is. Are you ready?
I am, but it's hard to predict exactly what awaits inside. It could be more vampires, could be the magistrate, it could be nothing at all. You should be ready too.
I am ready. Me and all my skeletons. Inside we go to the tomb. Where's Ares? Oh, God! Oh, shit! Oh, dear God. Okay. That's a lot of vampires in a very narrow space. Where is she? Is she with me? Oh, there she is. I'm just blind. Ooh, gauntlets. Tell me I gotta do pact. Yeah, I do. Oh, but it's the same pact I have already. Okay. I got a cool new shield, but I'd have to give up my two-handed weapon. That's okay. Maybe I've got... Let's see, what is this? This is 87. It's less than half. And I'm doing all right. I don't think I need it. It's the magistrate.
No!
Of course.
Killed. We seem to have complicated the situation, you and I.
Well, who would have suspected the vampires killed one of their minions? But how is that our fault? What do we do now?
The magistrate was the link between us and the leader of the vampires. This makes things annoyingly more complicated. You should scour this place for anything. Logs, documents, whatever you can find. I'm going back to Ked Bardu to follow up with some contacts.
Okay, scour for more documents. Ooh. Oh, yuck. Well, that poor guy flailed alive on there. Let's see, shipping manifest. The manifest marks that all blood be transferred to someone named Adrene promptly after harvest. The ascension draws near. Okay, so they're drawing blood from these guys. They're harvesting blood. Ooh. Vampires are so gross. Dislodged statue. Hello.
It's good to be alone. You have much to see.
Well, the dungeon keeps going, and Aaron is gone. Bloody cages and casks. There are trails leading from the cage to nearby casks. The stench of blood within is overpowering. Well, I've been bitten, so does that mean I like it? I don't think I would like it. Ugh. Too much iron. All right, we got an outsider tunic. It's better, and it grants us 2 of those and 1 of those. It's better all the way around. Yes. Now, does that mean I can finally equip this? No, I'm still missing 3 packs of divinity. All right. No, 2. Yeah. 3. I need 3 more packs of divinity, and then I can finally equip that. Well, let's see if we can get some good gear down here.
I need more time.
Bone Captain! Oh, he wasn't so bad. So much for being the Bone Captain. Oh, the vampires flying about. Right, well, I think this was the dead end. I think we needed to go the other way. Unless it's this path over here. Oh, it is this path over here.
child of the eternal conflict, waiting for the victor to claim them as servant. Answer me something. Have you ever felt like you were born with a noose around your neck, tied by your mother and father? Enslaved by demons, threatened by angels. How do you fight the infinite when you are finite?
If he's trying to convince me to like vampire stuff, I don't know, it's a persuasive argument.
I need more time.
Love that. Well, come on. I guess I was going the wrong way.
I'm out of essence.
Yeah, I would have missed the chest. Thank you, skeletons. You were going the right way. I didn't know what I was doing. Let's see what I get. No. No. Nothing.
I need more time.
Uh-oh, big rooms. I
Come
don't like big
closer.
rooms.
I can feel the blood within you. It's like no other.
Who are you, Vampire Lord Zer? You must be who leads the vampires.
They are the blood-seekers of my revival, and the harbingers of my ascension. Just like you. I am seer of the ancients, and you will serve.
I refuse.
Okay, so we don't have a choice.
Impossible. Why haven't you changed? I know your blood. I understand now. Blood like no other, indeed. It won't matter. You deserve more than to be chained to mortality. And the more you thirst, the more you will understand.
He's all, you will serve me, and the necromancer's like, I refuse. And he's, what? How could you Oh, blood like no other. All right, let's interact with the blood well. 54 potent blood. Okay, well now we could get more skills, I think, if we had the right armor. But we need more armor to get more slots in order to get more skills. So I suppose we could buy more and swap them out with the ones that we can't afford just yet. Okay, is that it for this room? Vampire Lord wants us to become a servant, but apparently we've got blood like no other. We've got demon blood. Remember, we drank that demon blood stuff. Oh, I had to loot it. Crap, I almost left without looting the vampire blood. All right, let's see what we get. Jagged spikes. Thorns has a 10% chance. Or we could upgrade Rampart. It's currently equipped. Let's upgrade it. All right. We can do another one. All right, so these are locked. We have to buy a new one. Infection, flowing veins, or prey on the weak. You deal 8% more to vulnerable enemies. I'd have to cast a vampiric curse from my other vampire powers. I don't really have a vampire power that casts a curse yet. Let's try infection. All right, where's infection? There. Hey, I had enough to be able to use it. Awesome. I've almost got my full circle. Look at that. I almost have all 5 activated. And one of which I've actually upgraded. I just need 3 more packs of divinity and then I can complete the full set. Well, complete chapter 1 of the season journey, Summons of the Deathless. Let's see. I confronted the voice I've been hearing in my head. It's an ancient being, intent on some sort of ascension ritual. I need to tell the hunter what I found. All right, so we need to go to the hunter. Can we fast travel out of here, or do we have to walk all the way back first, don't we? All right, let's see if we have enough time for that. Running almost out of time. See if we can get back and find the hunter first before we end. Mark from Sales says, now that I'm 530 hours into Starfield, I'm about ready to say I'm close to 100% done. And ready to pick Diablo 4 back up. This looks awesome. I'm glad you think so. 530 hours. Wow, I think you've definitely got me beat. Spamming my bombs. Just spamming the bombs. That was a very lucky purchase just in time. Okay, the Searing Expanse. Okay, let's see if we can find the hunter. Where does it want us to go? I guess it wants us to go over here. Slay the vampire hordes. Rescue the villagers. Is that part of the quest? Alright, let's see. Summon the Deathless. Complete chapter 1 of the season journey. I need to tell the hunter what I found. Alright, so I guess we go back to town to try and track down the hunter for the quest. So Ked Bardu? Or no, would she told us where she was gonna be. Where was she? All right, well, my guess is that we go back to Ked Bardu. All right. Back at Ked Bardu, we'll have to meet up with the Huntress later. That puts me over time. Many thanks to Blizzard for sponsoring this Diablo 4 broadcast today. As I said earlier, lots of new cool stuff in this season. As we demonstrated just a moment ago, you can skip the campaign entirely if you want to dive straight into the seasonal content by creating a new seasonal character, as I showed off at the beginning of the screen. For the PC, they've got a special free trial going on between the 26th of October and the 30th. You can play up to level 20 for free, and again, skip the campaign and work right on the quest that we just started in this broadcast. Thanks again to Blizzard. Thanks to all of you for coming to this episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I'm going live again. I'm going to end the broadcast now, wrap some things up, work on a new thumbnail, and then I'll be live with a new game. We talked about the release of Alan Wake 2. I'm going to try and get that up and running. So stay tuned, and I will see you all in just a few minutes. Mr. Letter C, Letter P says, "Good night, Oxhorn. I hope you be good or bad. I'm being good, and I'm not going anywhere. I'll be live again in less than 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you soon."